sampling. So what about cluster sampling? So for cluster sampling, so here, first the researchers select groups or groups, and then from each group, the researchers select the individual subjects by either simple random or systematic random sampling. For example, Umam wants to survey nurses competency in Indonesia. He can divide the entire population, the population of Indonesia, into different clusters. Right? Then he selects a number of clusters depending on his research through simple or systematic random sampling. And then from the selected clusters, randomly selected city, he can either include all the nurses as subjects, or he can select a number of subjects from his cluster through simple or systematic random sampling. So I give you like a two types of clusters. So one stage cluster sample occurs when Umam includes all nurses or the randomly selected cluster samples. So, like for example, in Indonesia we have like a Sumatra, like for Jambi, Medan, or maybe in Belitung. So for the 3 cities, and then in the one stage cluster sample, Umam put all of nurses in the 3 cities. It is a one stage cluster sample. But in the 2 stage cluster sample, Umam only select a number of nurses from each cluster by using simple or systematic random sampling. For the 2 stage cluster sample, when from 3 cities, each city we just take a number of nurses in every city. So this is the difference from 1 stage and 2 stage. Here, all the nurses in every cities. I mean, I told you the 3 cities. But in 2 stage, only a number of every city by systematic or simple random sampling. So this is cluster sampling. So this is the apples. So here, 3 clusters, 3 groups, and the point here. So from 3 groups, different. See, we can see this is tend to bias. 3 difference. So this is maybe underrepresentative and possibly biased. So make sure that when using cluster sampling, because this is like a systematic or simple random sampling, so have like a tend to bias of underrepresentative. So what about stratified sampling? So it is important to note that the strata must be non-overlapping because we stratified. The most common strata used in stratified random sampling are age, gender, socioeconomic status, religion, nationality, and educational attainment. Sometimes we call it demographic data. So we stratify it. So when we sometimes do research, we always do a demographic data and we stratify it based on both male and female, how many percent of female have good satisfaction, female. Here, unbiased and representatives. So here the strata of the apples, and then we random one, and then strata. And there's a 2 kind of stratified sampling, proportionate and disproportionate. The difference is their sampling fraction. So for example, like here, this is like we strata the apples from the colors yellow, blue, red, and then orange. And then from the proportionate, it could be, if I said 50, all 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. But for this proportionate, they're different. It will be 50, or maybe 30, 40, so it's not different. But they stratified by age gender, but the number is different. So this is different from proportionate and disproportionate. So this is stratified